What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon One, man. I'm back again, y'all. Story time, man. I'm gonna get right to it. Cause I got a engagement that I have to go to. Y'all see the dome? I look like a tumbleweed or a cactus about the head. Gotta straighten that out, y'all. But anyway, man, as y'all can see from the title, man, this is about the 1996 Summer Jam in LA. It was at the in fact, it was at if I can remember right, it was at the Irvine Center. Man, listen. Before we get into the story, no disrespect to no one set. You know what I'm saying? You know you gotta always do that nowadays, because then people so finicky and touchy in these day and age about if you say the wrong thing about they street, they city, they state, they country, one of their homeboys, you know what I'm saying? You got to cover all that nowadays. And you know what I'm saying? Because people got the thin skin. You feel what I'm saying? People got the thin skin. You know what I'm saying? They'll take everything as disrespect nowadays, you know. So anyway, now that I put that out there, now that I got that disclaimer out the way, like I say, man, this is about the 1996 Summer Jam, man, in LA at the Irvine Center that day. So anyway, man, there's a lot of people that's still around, probably went to that thing. You know what I'm saying? Woof, boy, it went down. But anyway, so prior to it, I say about 2 to 3 weeks prior to it, man, we was in the hood. We was in the park. We was in South Park kicking it. Man, we was in South Park kicking it, man. And the homies, everybody was talking about it. Man, look, man, you know, the Summer Jam at the Irvine, man, a Summer Jam, man, whoa. Man, such and such, you know, they got the West Side Connection gonna be there, this, that, and the other. So, you know, I'm quite sure this was going on around LA in everybody's hood, you know what I'm saying? Because events like this, you gotta, you know, like, everybody do the same thing. You plotting and planning on these things before ahead of time, before it get there. So you know you can get your hardware right, your software right, your numbers right. You get everything right before you get there. You know what I'm saying? Because back then LA wasn't no joke. It still ain't no joke, but it sure wasn't no joke then. I remember I was in the park. I was in the park one day when they was talking about it, and man, it was a gang. It was in South Park at this time. You know what I'm saying? We used to congregate in the park a lot more than what we do now. But so you know, homies up there with they low riders kicking it, you know what I'm saying, homegirls stuff. So when they kept talking about it, I say, look, man, we going. I said, we going. I had just got out. The pen. And I told them, I'm like, yeah, man, we going. Yeah, we going. So everybody was like, yeah. So, you know, the questions going around about the tickets and all this and that. I said, well, look, I stepped up. I said, look, we got ample amount of time beforehand for y'all to get y'all tickets. I say, look, this is what we gonna do. I said, man, everybody that's here now, I want to see you on that day. I say, look, I see everybody that's here. I need to see y'all. I say, cause we gonna meet up right here in the park and we all gonna go to the concert together. You know what I'm saying? It's one big group. We gonna move as one big group. So it's like fine and dandy, cool, no problem. This what we gonna do. So we going through the process of getting everything together. So now we gonna coordinate this thing. You know what I'm saying? Because at first it was just all 5 trays was gonna go. So we like, well, look, we gonna holler at the 40 Avalons, we gonna holler at the 88 Avalons, and we gonna holler at the 11-6 Avalons, man. You know what I'm saying? We finna go in mass, strength in numbers. That's one thing I had to learn over the years. There is a certain amount of strength in numbers. So strength in numbers. Then you got a lot of sets in LA that always go to these type events and they always deep. They understood the assignment years ago. You know what I'm saying? We had to catch up. But you know, so boom, I ain't caught up. So I'm letting the homies know, yeah, cuz strength in numbers, man, we gonna bounce up in that thing. Whew, deep. So anyway, we networking because like what we do all day, every day. Back then, up and down, you know, either we kicking it in the 40s, we kicking it in the 80s, or we kicking it down in the 100s. You know, or everybody kicking it in the 50s, depending on who you with, what you got going on, and what you're doing that day. So anyway, time getting near. We was one of the days before the concert, we was in the park again, kicking it, talking it. So homies brought up the fact that Well, cuz, you know, man, everybody gonna be there, man. Everybody gonna be there. Woo, 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 woo. So one of the homies was like, cuz, you know, the 6-0 is gonna be there. You know they gonna be there. So, you know, homies were like, okay, and so what? And what? And what? Oh, cuz, you know, man, shoot, man, you know it might go down. You know, everywhere they go, cuz they turn it out. So, you know, homies like, man, cuz we ain't tripping on none of that, homie. Cuz we going to the concert. Whoever there, you know what I'm saying, go to tripping, cuz we gonna do what we do, cuz we just going to the concert, cuz we ain't finna miss the concert, cuz all these other sets gonna be there, cuz Avalon going too. So we like, yeah, I'm like, you're not chimed in. So I'm like, yeah, cuz we going, you know what I'm saying? So time going. It's getting close to concert date. So, you know, I used to do a check on, cuz, you got your ticket? 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 So homie's like, yeah, cuz, yeah, we ready. So, you know what I'm saying? We gonna fast forward this thing. Day of the concert. Man, look, boy, we G'd up. I'm talking about from head to toe. Homegirls G'd up, homies G'd up. We up there. We decided that South Park was gonna be the meeting spot for everybody to come. So the homies from 40 Avalons, they came down. The homies from few of the homies from Avalon Gardens, they came down. Few of the homies from 11-6 came down. But you know what I'm saying? The bulk of us was 5 Trey. So I can honestly say, cuz we might have mobbed up in there about 45 deep. We was going up in there about 45 deep. Cuz I'm talking about, we had a caravan of cars long as Jack Dempsey's left hook. You know what I'm saying? It was long, cuz we coming down the street, homie, in a long line of caravans. You know what I'm saying? So I had never been to the Irvine Center. I had never been, but I was going that day. So I never forget, homie. I got on some black Romeos. I got on some powder blue khakis. Well, not powder blue, but like a off dark colored light blue pair of khakis. I got on a white slingshot. This is a slingshot, homie. I'm from the old school. This is what we call a slingshot in my generation. Y'all call them wife beaters. But back in my time, we called them slingshots. I got on the regular white t-shirts on. I got the dark blue Cascade shirt. You know what I'm saying? Cascade shirt, what would y'all call them nowadays so you can understand what I'm talking about? Probably like a button-down dress shirt. We used to call them Cascades, or some people call them ducktails. They got the little ducktail shirts, little ducktail dress shirts. We used to call them Cascades, though. So, boom, I got the Cascade shirt. You know what I'm saying? I didn't wear no hair on my face at the time. I got the Lokes on, and I got a bald head. I used to wear bald head back then. Shiny. I got the long chain cross earring in my ear. One ear, not two, not with it. Anyway, so man, you know what I'm saying? I got the brownie gloves on. So I'm ready, boy. I'm ready, boy. Woo, man, that bald head, boy, the sun hit it, it'll blind you with science. You feel me? So boom, we ride. I never forget, I was in the car with the homie Lil Fizz. I was riding. Who was in the car with us? He had a Grand National at the time. Man, you talk about something that'll get up and go. Man, that thing will get up and go. It will get up and go. Man, what was you know what? A lot of people don't know. They call the homie Lil Fizz now, but back then the homie name wasn't Lil Fizz. Back then the homie name was Sly. You know what I'm saying? For homie from the set who don't know. Yeah, back then you called the homie Sly. It's the homie Charity brother. But yeah, he was driving. I forget who was in the car with us. If I'm not mistaken, I think Lil Avalon Blue was in the car with us. I'm not for sure. But it was so many of us that, you know what I'm saying, who was in the car with who, didn't make no difference. So we ride out. Man, we can't wait, man. We knowing we gonna get there. So homie's talking about what's gonna go down before we get there, what's gonna go down if we see this set, what's gonna go down if we see that set. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, homie, just talk about it. That's the type of talk that go on in everybody's hood before any type of event like this. There's always war talk. There's always round table talk. There's always planning talk. You know what I'm saying? In case you got to get up out of there too fast, if you gonna be on the freeway. You know what I'm saying? You taking chances of stop it, doggy. You taking chances of shootouts on the freeway. You taking the chances of shootouts up and down the street, all type of stuff. So, you know, All that type of talk is going to always be talked about. It's going to always be going over. You got to have a game plan. So anyway, I never forget, man, we pulled up in the parking lot. Boom. The cars pulling up. Boom, 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 boom. We all getting out the car, homie standing around talking. You know what I'm saying? I had just got out. I had not even been out. Had I even been out a month yet? I think I've been out. I've been out about a month at this time. So you know what I'm saying? I'm falling out of jail on Monster Swole. Boom. Got my shirt, got my everything. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait. I ain't gonna lie. Man, back then, anybody, you know, people who know me or know of me how I was back then, woo, boy, I am ready for the foolishness. I'm ready. I'm ready. In fact, I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't even really thinking about the concert. I'm thinking about who I'm finna get into it with. Cause man, I'm coming. That's me. That was me, man. I was with the shenanigans back then. I gotta straighten that thing out. Man, I wonder why it's so dark right there. Man, make me look like a black Hitler. But anyway, yeah, that's the only thing on my mind. Man, I'm ready to get them up. Man, like a heat-seeking missile. So, man, I remember when we all got out the cars, we finna go in, and across the parking lot, way over there, I didn't know who they were, but one of the homies knew him. The homie pull up on me like, big homie, cuz, look. I saw him look, and he said, man, look, man, there go the 4 trays. Now, of course, he didn't. That's not what he said at the time. He said something different. But now, you know, I'm not all that disrespect. But anyway, so the homie like, hey, man, there go the 4 trays. So I look, I'm like, show is, cuz. So a gang of homies, they immediately went in attack mode. I'm off the rip. They went in attack mode. In fact, was heading that way. Couple of homies was going back, finna pop the trunk, and I'm like, hold up, I'm told him, cuz, hold up, wait, what's up? He said, come and get the heat. I'm like, no. We not here for that today. Bump them, you know what I'm saying? You know, we catch them at a later date, all day, every day. You know how that go. So I'm like, no, cuz, man, leave them fools alone, homie. We ain't here to trip on them today. Let that go. You know, let it go. So the homie's like, all right, cuz, all right. So we went on and bailed on in, you know what I'm saying? Now, we weren't really there to trip on nobody. I really wanted to I wanted to be seen, though. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be seen. I wanted people to be able to say, yeah, man, them Avalons was there. You know what I'm saying? That'd be my thing. You know, a lot of people don't realize you got to spread the brand. Spreading the brand means you got to be seen. You got to be known. See, stuff like this is what the homies, like a lot of y'all don't know, homies back in the day when we all congregated up in the Crip module and in the county jail and all that back then, homies talk about that stuff. Cause man, we was at the such and such, man, I remember all y'all was up there. And even if you get to bumping, you know that's going to be talked about. All that builds on your set's reputation. You know what I'm saying? That's why you had a lot of sets in LA, wherever they went, they turned it out. They caused pure, unadulterated havoc because it spread their brand. It spread their name. You know what I'm saying? Your name get around all over LA. And I understood that. I knew that a lot of my homies didn't. So I'm like, cuz, you got to go to all the events, the parties, skating rings, clubs, all this old stuff. You got to go. You got to show up. And sometimes, cuz, you got to show up and show out. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is, but that's how you spread the brand. And that's what I was about today, spreading the brand. You know what I'm saying? Fools got to see. You know, I'm like, dang, because it leaves a lasting impression when you got 50 fools belling all together. You know what I'm saying? G'd up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody hats say the same thing. Whatever wrote on their clothes say the same thing. You know, people, you know, in LA, that LA mentality, they key in on that. Like, ooh, man, them fools right there. And the first thing they like, man, them fools hard. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is. All 50 of them might be scary as I don't know what, except for about 3 or 4 of them. But other people don't know that. See, that's one thing I learned early back in the day about sets that was always going somewhere real deep. All of them went hard. You know what I'm saying? They had a solid core of hard heads, but the rest of them wasn't number some hat racks. Extra names right on the wall. Wasn't going to throw rice to the wedding if they was by themselves. But because they had this solid core of monster destroyers with them, they got hard. And that was the same thing I was instilling in my homies. Cuz, you know what I'm saying? They don't know all 50 of us ain't about that life for real. Ain't really gonna do nothing. But see, this 10 right here gonna make the other 40 get up and perform, get up and do they thing. You know? It's like saying, okay, Big Tune with us. Shoot, man, we gonna show out, man. We got the big homie with us, man. We finna show out. We can't be faded when we got the big homie. Just that type of mentality. So anyway, man, I remember we opted to pass the 4 trays up, left them out there in the parking lot. If push come to shove, when the concert was over with, if the homies would have seen them and up, they probably would have went in attack mode, But anyway, they went. We all went in. We went inside, man. We walking around. We doing our thing. I never forget, man. I seen the fool, the little rapper dude Drew down. You know what I'm saying? The little rapper dude Drew down, man. And he had on a medallion, little gold diamond medallion. I never forget it. It had the 2 D's on it because I seen it in a Right On magazine one day. And I was telling somebody, I said, man, I was gonna rob that little dude right there, man, for that chain he got on. But it never did transpire, it didn't take place, you know what I'm saying? Left him alone. Didn't even trip on him. I tripped, but didn't take the chain. But anyway, so I never forget, man, we going around to like the amphitheater part. It was like the amphitheater part. Everybody, you can start up top, it's real big, and as it goes down, it gets smaller. People sitting in the little rows, just sitting wherever you're gonna sit. Cause we hopping over the back rail part, sitting down, walking down, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me, you know what I'm saying? Dudes kind of get crazy when they that deep, you know what I'm saying? Bump, monster through the crowd, excuse me, cuz, hey man, watch out, homie. You know what I'm saying? Woo, that's just how it go, man. Everybody said do it, you know what I'm saying? It happens. So people getting out the way, you running into all type of sets there, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, you want to be seen. You see they sets, they see you. That let them know, okay, that your set is on the map, that y'all there, y'all are there, y'all are officially there, So anyway, we ran into a couple other homies from the set that was already there before us. My homie that rest in peace last month, my homeboy Jinx, I remember he was there already ahead of us. So, but we sit down. So the homies, man, listen, we looking to see who we finna get into it with. Basically. That's just how that thing go in LA. Man, you got your little homies with you. They hot heads. They can't wait to kick it off. They can't wait to start it. They can't wait to get into some mess. But now, before we could get into some mess, we seen a big commotion going on, a big old commotion. We look over and dudes get them up, look over and down by the bottom part. Man, I'm talking about dudes locking up. Boom, 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 boom. Man, they fight like cats and dogs. They get them up, man. They bumping like a big dog. So we didn't know who they were at first. So dudes running every which way, and it was right when White Cube and the West Side Connection had just come on stage. They on the stage trying to talk about, man, y'all kick back, man, y'all don't do this, man, and whoop, whoop, whoop. Of course, ain't nobody paying no attention to what the rappers talking about. You know what I'm saying? This South Central LA, man. Fools finna get them up. So the West Side Connection talk about, y'all chill out, don't do this, don't do that. Nah, man, fools bumping. They getting them up. So we seen a couple of dudes from 60s run like not through. Yeah, kind of they ran past us because you can see the tattoos on their back arm. And they cut down the aisleway and went down to where the fighting was. And they started fighting too. So we like, dang, what was that? Then somebody, I guess the cameraman or whatever, he beamed right down on the fight and put it up on the big screen, the big Teletron screen. And you can see it was the 60s and the Grape Streets was getting into it. 6-0s and Grape Streets. Two of the biggest sets in LA. They going at it toe for toe, blow for blow, round for round, pound for pound. Boy, they was seeing who had the grits and who had the gravies this day, y'all. So, by this time the fighting getting so intense, man. People running, hollering. They leaving to get up out of there and go through all this old stuff. So, we leaving too. I'm the one made the call. I'm like, come on, cuz, let's go, man. Let's go back around this way. Because the concert is basically getting turned out. It's turned out. People starting to fight. You seeing other little skirmishes of dudes getting into it with other sets that they don't get along with. So you got little bitty fires around it. Then you got that one big fire that's going on around back over there. So we kind of leaving. Some of the homies went immediately was like, "Cuz man, where the fools at?" Now they looking for the 4 trays again. You know what I'm saying? Figure, shoot, everybody else getting them up. We might as well get them up too. Of course, we didn't never run across them again. But man, the homies just like boom, 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 boom. So we leaving. People running, women hollering. And so we end up leaving on up out of there, man. We leave up out of there, man, and we make it on back to the hood, man. We make it on back to the hood. To us, that whole situation, to everybody, was a typical day in Southern California, man. Especially back then. That's how it goes. That's how it was. There other states that's doing whatever they doing, they probably can't understand that, you know what I'm saying? But like back then, like the Pomona Fair, the LA Fair, concerts, car shows, stuff like that, man, it was gonna go down. In LA, man, you not finna hold no open venue show or nothing like that, and it wasn't finna go down. Man, you got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 different sets in LA, video sets and all that together. Man, you putting all these gangbangers in one little spot, and you think it ain't finna explode? Oh yeah, it was gonna explode. Every time, without a shadow of a doubt, it was gonna explode every time. And it exploded that time. You know what I'm saying? But now, dudes knew. Oh well, another typical day in LA. So man, just had to tell that little story, man. It's me, man, your big partner, Cartoon One. I represent the gangsters, homie. I'm out. Peace.